You know what's wild? Even when you are completely exhausted, you can't stop moving. You're restless, you're buzzing with all of this energy. You can't sit still. You've got a to do list that is just constantly growing because if you're not doing something, who are you? And you can't rest without guilt, right? You can't just be, you can't just exist without immediately thinking about what needs to be done next. But on the inside, your body is screaming for rest. But for some reason, your nervous system won't let you stop. It won't let you cool down and actually relax and, rejuvenate and re energize itself with rest. So, somewhere along the way, you became that person who gets everything done, right? You're the reliable one. And so, if you stop doing, who are you? This is a survival mode identity. This is not a personality trait. So if you are new here, hi, I'm Dr. Mackenzie, and this is day 5 of our 7-day EFT challenge. So today we're tapping on the identity that's keeping you stuck, and that is the belief that your worth is tied to your productivity. And we are going to start separating who you are from what you do. So, if you are new to EFT, all you have to do is tap along with me and repeat after me. But I want to start something new with this one as well. Let me know how you guys like this, because for those of you who have been here for my older sessions, this is a bit newer, but I want you to think about this before we actually dive into the tapping. Who are you when you're not doing anything? Can you even answer that question, or does it make you uncomfortable? And I want you to think about that on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being super comfortable, 0 being super uncomfortable. How do you feel when you tell yourself, or when you think, who am I when I'm not doing anything? Because I know for myself, when I was really ill and bedbound, like my old me, the one that had to die, and for a lot of the women that I work with, their entire identity is wrapped up in what they do. So they're the reliable one, they're the responsible one. They hear, I can always count on you. They're the one who holds it all together. They're the helper, the fixer, the problem solver. And if you stop doing these things, do you know who you are anymore? Because for most women who struggle with this identity issue, your nervous system keeps you moving because motion feels like safety, productivity feels like worth. But you are not what you do. You are worthy just because you exist, not because of what you produce, not because of how many people you help, how many people you take care of, what you do. But your nervous system doesn't quite believe that. And I want you to do this as well on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being super true, 0 being not true at all. Tell me how this feels. If I'm not doing something, I have no value. Keep that number, and we're going to go ahead and start tapping. Even though I'm exhausted, but I can't stop moving. Even though my worth feels tied to what I do. Even though I don't know who I am when I'm not productive. I'm willing to take a look at this today. I'm exhausted, but I can't stop moving. I don't know how to just be. I've always been doing something. I always have to be productive, useful, helpful. because that's who I am. I'm the person who gets it done. And if I stop, who am I? My worth is in what I do. My value is in how much I produce. If I'm not useful, I'm not valuable. If I'm not helping, I'm selfish. If I'm not moving, I'm lazy. So I keep going. Even when my body is begging me to stop. Because stopping feels like dying. But what if that's not true? What if my worth isn't tied to my productivity? What if I'm valuable just because I exist? What if God loves me even when I'm doing nothing? What if rest isn't lazy, it's sacred? What if I'm allowed to just be? What if being is enough? What if I'm enough? I am not what I do. I am who God says I am. I am His beloved daughter. And I am worthy because I exist. Not because I perform. I release this old survival mode identity. And I'm safe to stop moving. And I'm safe to just be. Okay, one hand over your heart, one hand over your belly. We're going to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, making sure that exhale is a little bit longer each time. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I want you to take a moment here and go back to that scale that we were talking about, the 0 to 10. And remember the number that you previously had. And I want you to check in with that. How true does it feel now saying, if I'm not doing something, I have no value? Notice if that's shifted. Notice if maybe your muscles are more relaxed, or if there's more space, even if it's just a little bit of additional space between who you are and what you do. Because that's the work, that's the shift, that's what we're trying to achieve. So what I want you to know and to really take away from today is that you are not your productivity. You are not your to-do list. You are not your output. And you are not how useful you are to other people. You are a very whole, worthy, beloved human being, and your body needs to believe that. And I'm so sorry that society has been quite disappointing and, led you to believe these false beliefs about yourself. But our next session is going to be about releasing things that aren't yours to carry. So we're going to go a bit deeper into releasing things that were never yours to begin with. So if today's session was beneficial for you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And before you guys go, I want you to comment below and finish this sentence. I am worthy because, not because of something that you do, not because of who you help, just I am worthy because I exist. Can you do that for me and for you, right? And for others to help motivate them and encourage them. So try it, and I will see you guys next time.